Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday! Happy Sunday! On yesterday's vlog, I was talking about Frosty the Snowman, the cartoon that I used to watch when I was growing up. And I couldn't remember what he says when they put the hat on him. I thought it was Happy Christmas. And so many of you let me know that it was Happy Birthday. I totally forgot about that. It's been stuck in my head ever since. Okay, do you know what else has been stuck in my head all day today? So, you know, like how I talk about how I get a song stuck in my head? As soon as I sing this song, I know it's going to be stuck in all of your heads. Well, okay, which is good. I guess it's good because the last 2 days, I play like live versions of songs when I'm uploading my videos. So stupid. Why am I even talking about this? Okay. So while I'm like working on the computer, I used to always play movies in the background. I don't do that anymore. Now I like look up live versions of, well, recently it's been a lot of Billie Eilish. But I kind of go through phases where it's like Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter. I really like her live and acoustic versions of stuff like that. I'm not a big Sabrina Carpenter fan, but like I like her when she does like acoustic stuff. Oh, a lot of Kelly Clarkson. I listen to it because she's got so much live stuff out there. Whitney Houston, I've seen like every video. Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks, I've seen like every video too. And honestly, the two that I listen to the most are Billie Eilish, like her Grammy performances, and then I listened to the London live version of Taylor Swift, the 10-minute version of All Too Well. I just listened to that on repeat. So if I'm uploading videos and I'm working there for 40 minutes, I listen to it like 4 times. So then for the rest of the day, All Too Well, which is a fantastic song, is going through my head for the rest of the day. Just the lyrics on repeat in my head. Okay. So today we were getting ready for brunch and I was in the bathroom and I was like shaving. I needed to trim my beard, but I was like, no, we can do that tomorrow. Or maybe that can even wait till Tuesday. So I was just like shaving around here and I was washing my face and I was putting my eye lotion on my creams to get rid of the bags. Now I know why people did, when I was growing up, my mom would always go like this. Now I'm not going to get my eyes done and stuff like that. But anyway, but now I know why my mom used to always do that. Because you do, like, you wake up every day and you have these horrible bags under your eyes. It's just part of getting older, you know? I was thinking about this as, like, my friend Tanya Jean always says, like, the older you get, the road narrows. It's like, you see things a lot simpler than you used to. And I think that that's so true as you get older. But I also think the older you get, like, it's easier to just kind of, like, let some stuff go. Do you know? I was actually thinking about this kind of exact thing before I came out here because one of the things that I always do, so before I come out here to vlog or before I film a video on any of my channels, you know, I always like get ready and whatever. So like to come out here and vlog, I was like, okay, do I have everything I need? And got my blanket, because I was like, well, I went outside, I was talking to my neighbors that were, my favorite neighbors were walking by, and then my neighbor next door was out. So I was talking to them, and I didn't think it was that cold, because when we got back from brunch, it didn't feel that cold. And then when I walked out and I was talking to them, I was like, ooh, maybe it's a little cold. I don't know if I'm going to need my gloves or my hat. And I brought my blanket. So here's my hat. Here's my gloves. And I'm going to actually put my blanket on right now. So I'm all cozy and warm. But anyway, I was thinking about this because one of the things that I always do before I come out here to vlog is I always like check my nose to make sure that there's not like a straight up booger in my nose or something like that, you know? Or there's like a crusty in my eye, because that happens all the time, right? What's so, oh, see that like blanket is so warm. This is Below Zero is the brand. I got it at Costco. It was like $14.99 or something. If I see another one of these, I'm gonna buy another one. I'm gonna start, if I see them there, if I see it there, I'm gonna buy me a couple of them and gift them to people. Because that's, you know, I always want to do that. Like gift things to people that I love myself. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my God, it's so warm already. Okay. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, like, so I always, like, check things. But, you know, it never matters. Because, like, every drama video that I do, I've always got lint somewhere. And I don't even notice it. Like, because I can't really, like, I can see myself in the camera. But I can't see myself super clearly unless I put the reading glasses on. Which, when I'm doing it, like, in a drama video, or if I'm doing it on here, it's to read comments, right? Or to look something up on my phone. if I do it on my drama video, it's to like read or one of my other channels, like to read Sister Wives notes or to read like an article or receipts or something like that. So I'm not like putting my reading glasses on to like check myself out to see, you know? So there's always Lent and stuff. And I can remember years ago, I don't even remember who I was talking about. I mean, this is like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm sure somebody out there knows who I'm talking about, but who I talked about. But I said something about like on their video. It was like a very serious video they did. I think it was funny to me because it happens to all of us, okay? And it's like one of the things that like people for years have been like, you need to edit your videos, you should. It's not that I don't know how to edit my videos. If I wanted to edit my videos and do the jump cuts and stuff like that, listen, I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years. I know how to do that stuff. Okay, May will be 10 years that I've consistently been posting on YouTube. Trust me, I know how to do a lot of that stuff. But a lot of the people that I know that like do for very similar videos that I'm doing, like a video that I do where I just like do like, you know, one like conversation and then like I just cut off the beginning and the end. I think the other thing is like people will say to me that do YouTube videos or TikToks, they're like, I don't know how you honestly, there's only a couple people that can honestly like talk for 40 or 50 minutes and like have no like space in between or whatever, which I don't know if that's a criticism or if that's a compliment. I don't know. But if I wanted to edit that stuff out, I could do it. It's just, first of all, I'm not good at editing. So it would take me forever. So like a video that takes me, I don't know, let's say 30 minutes to film, and then 10 minutes to process, and then 30 minutes to upload, would end up taking me add another 2 hours to that to edit it. And that's just not what I care about doing. I mean, probably would improve my channels, but I don't care. Anyway, that's not what I was talking about. So I was thinking about this when I was going inside because like I always like go like this to make sure, because I was blowing my nose in the bathroom. I have Kleenex in here. My nose has been kind of running today. No, I'm not sick. I just have a little bit of a cold today. Oh, I think you have this because your nose is running. You better. No, I've just got a little bit of a cold today. It's, you know, anyway. So, well, I don't even think I have a cold. I just have a runny nose. Which is better than a runny. Anyway. So, but I was thinking about that because I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I thought of this. So years ago, like on some video I did, I said something about, I can't remember who it was. It's probably somebody I don't even cover anymore on my channel. Oh, he's getting in the trunk of his car. But they straight up had like a booger in their nose or something like that. And I said in my video, I said, you might have wanted to check out that booger in your nose before you made such a serious, it was like an apology video or something like that. I don't know. But they straight up had this huge booger in their nose. And I said something, and oh my God, I got this comment from somebody that was so scathing. They were so pissed. They were such a super fan. They were so pissed. They're like, I can't believe you called them out on top of everything else they're going through. It wasn't even that. It was just like, I mean, this person, it was, I can't remember who it was. God, I wish I remembered who that was. Because it was so funny. They're like, I can't believe. And I think I came out in another video and I like addressed it or something. Because I was like, listen, we all have boogers in our nose. We do. If I look through the years, listen, okay? I've had it all. I've had shirts inside out. Okay, I've had hats inside out. I've had boogers on my nose. I've had boogers on my face. I've had hairs that are hanging off. I have had crusties in my eye. I have had basically everything that can possibly happen. And you know what? This is what I was going to say about getting older. Is like, there is no perfect YouTube video. There is no perfect TikTok. There is no perfect like Instagram post or whatever. In fact, to be honest with you, I have and always have been more attracted to just people in life that kind of embrace their imperfections. Like, I love that so much. Like, why can't I remember what this is? Is it a movie or a book or something that says, what if the perfection is in the imperfections? Like, I love that saying. And I kind of have always, like, been attracted to people that kind of just embrace their imperfections. Well, I think as you get older, you kind of can't, there's no other choice, right? Like, I don't know, and it's not like I'm, you know, like 85, like, I mean, I'm 53, which is relatively young, honestly. I mean, not for the social media space, I mean, for YouTube specifically, it's not, it's like old, but like in the real world, 53 is really not that old. I mean, it isn't, like most of my friends are like in their mid to upper 60s, so, I mean, I'm 15 years, you know, out from most of my friends, and I don't even consider them to be old. But anyway, it's interesting, like, as you get older, like, what you're more able to kind of let go of. And I think part of it is, like, You know, like I can remember like in my 20s, like standing in the mirror and being like, you know, every little thing, you know, like looking at it and just being like, oh my God, if, you know, this. But as you get older, it's kind of like one day you look and you've got bags under your eyes, you know, then it's like the wrinkle, you know, like I've had this wrinkle for so long on my forehead. It's like the wrinkle, like, what are you going to do? Like, it's so much, you know, you're coloring your hair for years and years and years. It's like, you know, then this happens, then you got a gut, and then it's like, it's too much. And it's like at some point, you just have to kind of be like, I think I'm going to take care of what I can take care of and accept the rest. And so I think it just is, it's easier. It's kind of like, in all honesty, it's really what happened when I stopped coloring my hair and I just let it go white. Because it was just like this huge exhale moment. Like, things that I wouldn't have thought of at the time. Like, I was so worried, honestly, about looking so much older. Which I did. Like, literally, when my hair was still brown, like, people were guessing me for, like, my early 30s. And at the time, well, so how old was I when I got married? We got married. 2011. I was 39. So people were guessing me for, like, 31, 32. As soon as my hair was completely grown out and there was no, like, brown in my hair anymore, people were guessing me for my early 50s. Immediately. And I was, like, so worried about it. I was like, I can remember telling Alex, I was like, people are going to think that, I'm like, what is he doing in his car? He was, like, going, oh. He's taking he's shaking out blankets from his car. I can remember telling Alex, I was like, you know, people are, he's like, babe, he's like, and he would always like, he loved the white hair. He loved the salt and pepper and all that kind of stuff. So when my hair first started growing out, my beard was, it's like white now, but it was very salt and pepper. And so were kind of my sideburns, and my hair was pretty white. But I can remember, I just was so weird about it, and I was like, but the things that I didn't think, this is going to sound silly, but like, this was not, I was going to come out here and talk about TV shows and things. This is going to be such a fun vlog today. Why are we getting so deep about this? It's not really that deep. I mean, it's just kind of a thing of life, right? But I can remember like things that I like noticed right away. And some of them were like, first of all, the expense that I was spending on getting my hair done. I was going every 3 weeks to get my hair colored. And it was expensive to go every 3 weeks, get my hair cut and colored. And then also I was using like very expensive color correction shampoo and conditioner. I was always very apprehensive to go out in the sun. I mean, I did, but I was like, I knew if I went in the sun or in the pool, which you guys know I love to do, that I was like, my color's gonna fade, like immediately in my hair. And so I was just like, I don't want to get it in the pool because the chlorine or, you know, the sun or whatever, like it's just gonna like strip my hair. So I didn't want to do that. And I was always super conscious about it and all this kind of stuff. Also, I was spending large amounts of money on color correction shampoo and conditioner. And I can't remember what I used. I used, it starts with an A. I loved it. I can still smell the smell of it. But it was expensive. And I was using a lot of it. And so I can remember, like, these are things that are kind of cheesy, but, like, going into the pool, I don't even think I realized it, like, the first or second time. But I remember, maybe I did, I don't know. But I remember this one day, like, at the pool, and I just was like, I don't even care, like, my hair is white, right? And in this, one of the things I loved early on was that when I was out in the sun or like on the beach or whatever, it's like my hair would get whiter. It would get more silver, and I loved it. The other thing was, for years and years and years, I would see shampoo and conditioners that I wanted to buy. Like right now, I'm using that Bumble and Bumble shampoo and conditioner, which I love the smell of it. Like I would never have used that back. They have color correction shampoo, but I would never have used it back in the day because it wasn't like I was using ones that my hairstylist was recommending and stuff like that. And there'd be like all these shampoos and conditioners that I wanted to try, but I wouldn't use them because they weren't color correction shampoo and conditioner. And now it's like, I mean, you know, I'll wash my hair with a bar of soap if I have to. You know, I mean, I don't. But I mean, I would if we were like, if that's all we had and whatever. You know what I mean? So, but like, I don't know. There was a freedom that came with that. It wasn't about not having to use a kind of shampoo or conditioner. It wasn't about getting to the pool and not worrying about it stripping the color from my hair. It was about the freedom of not having to worry about it. Well, when you get older and you wake up every day and you have the bags under your eyes and, you know, you've got the wrinkles on your forehead, the wrinkles around your eyes, and, you know, you just look older. It's like, like, when I said something to my dad about, like, letting my hair grow white, he's like, just let it go. He's like, you know, you can't fight it forever, Pete, and whatever he said. And And I have, like, I mean, I have friends of mine that, God love them, I feel like they try so hard, you know, to, like, I'm never going to look 30 again. I'm just not, you know? No matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, I'm never going to look 30 again. And that doesn't mean that I give up. Like, I want to look good for 53. You know what I mean? Like, I want to look good at my age. Like, I want to look healthy. I want to look happy. I want to look peaceful. But that doesn't mean... And I don't judge anybody for it. I mean, my husband loves Botox and the aesthetics and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, it's interesting that my dad is a retired plastic surgeon, who I would say 50% of his career was cosmetic, but the rest of it was other stuff. But anyway, I mean, he's never had a bit of stuff done to him. Not once, has my, you know. But, I mean, like, my dad was like, he's fully encouraging of it if that's what you want to do and whatever. But, I mean, I did Botox, like, did I do it 3 times or did it twice? The first time I did it was before our wedding. And I was like, damn. I can remember because it doesn't work right away, you know, like, and it was like, I can't remember, it was like maybe a week later or something, 3 or 4 days, I don't remember how long it takes to work, but anyway, I was like, damn, like, it was drastic, like, here and here. I was also 39, I wasn't 53. The second time I got it, it was a little bit more fierce. I was like, I don't know, I think maybe I only did it twice. Did I do it 3 times? I can't remember, but whatever the last time was, my eyebrows started to arch. And there's this lady that I know, and her eyebrows are they're like that, and her forehead doesn't move. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. When I was growing up, I always wanted to get my nose done. My dad was like, your nose is perfectly fine. It looks just like mine. And I said, because I feel like I have a big nose. My dad has a big nose too. And my dad would say, your nose is perfectly fine. I'd say, Dad, I want to get my nose done. And he'd be like, he would say, if you want to get your nose done, you're basically saying that you don't like my nose. Because we have the same nose. My dad and I look very, very similar, which is so funny because I used to not think that we did. But anyway, I don't know. It's like, you know, I was thinking about this like when I was like in 2 seconds, and I've turned it into 30 minutes of a video. But I think there was like a point. It's not just on YouTube or Instagram. I mean, I don't get on TikTok and stuff that I'm attracted to this, but I'm so just in life attracted to people that, like, it's not just looks. It's, we're all gonna fuck up and just being like, yeah, like, I fucked up. Or, oh, like, I don't know what that song is or that band is. And just kind of laughing, you know, like, laugh. I don't know, the ability to just not have it all figured out, I guess. You know what I mean? And let it go. Like, I think, well, I feel like I've always kind of been like that on YouTube. I don't know, but now I feel like I fully allowed myself to step into it in the last couple years, where I'm just like, if I have a booger on my nose, I have a booger on my nose. Like, I feel like there was a point where, like, if I had, like, looked back at this video, let's just say, and there was straight up a booger on my nose, I would have deleted the video, come back out here and refilmed an hour vlog. I would have done that 5 years ago. I would never do that today. I would probably put a pinned comment and say, sorry for the booger in my nose. No, seriously. That's where I'm at with it today. People don't get boogers in their nose. Like, that's where I'm at with it today. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, we just take ourselves so seriously. Oh, by the way, I want to show you this. So this is my very, very favorite. So, look, I have pictures of it in my phone. So this is our friend's bachelorette party. So they got married the year after we did. We got married in 2011. So this would have been 2012. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you my shirt that I have on for a second. I hate going through all these pictures. My nephew showed me. He goes, Tia Peter, he goes, you can just do this. When your 13-year-old nephew is showing you how to get to pictures faster. He's like, you can just scrunch it up, go to the day. I was like, no, I don't. Like, that makes me nervous. I don't like to do that. He just laughed at me because I was doing this. Oh my God, and all of it is just bullshit receipts. Look at this in here. Who needs that on their phone? What is that even from? Let's look and see. July 18th, 2020. Oh my God. Drama, get ready with me. I don't even know what that video is. Okay, so this was our friend's bachelorette party at the, hold on a second, at the, oh my God, look, okay, so this is the porch. This was this, oh, I can't believe I have this picture. You guys are gonna die. My mom died in May, okay? This was the summer, I would say this was like probably late summer of that year. Cause, oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was earlier in the summer. But I was traveling a lot because I tried to keep it pretty here for her. Okay, you guys know I talked about the white glider that I used to have out here. And you remember I talked about the white, I can't believe I've never, like I didn't even know this picture was in here, you guys. Okay, look. This is what the front porch used to look like when my mom lived here. So she had my white glider. So you can see there's like a white glider. And then I had that like red cushion on it. And then this was the table. And she had the other table next to her, her bed. She had these were matching tables. They were glass and like chrome tables. And she had the other one. This is so crazy that I found this picture. And she had the other one next to her bed. And then there was a round one, like a big like dining room table that she had outside. But look, isn't that crazy? Well, the mulch was done. Oh, the hostas were there though. Oh yeah, because she had the hostas put in. I've got all these gardening pictures. That's crazy. Okay. Oh my God. Look at these pictures that I bought in these flowers that I bought in 2012. I was thinking about that last night. I was like, I am going flower crazy this summer. Oh, little Boo Radley. Okay, where is this shirt before I go down memory lane? I'm gonna see Alex in front of my dad's house. There's Alex in front of my dad's house. Putting wood in the trunk of the car. What year was that? 2012, October 2012. Somebody asked me on the vlog yesterday, because I've been asking for questions, they said, I have to look for this picture. They were like, are you close with your dad's family? I am, but like, okay, first of all, I'm the youngest. So my dad's the youngest of 5 kids. My dad is 85, just to put this in perspective, okay? His next sister up is 91. And then his next sister that's still alive is, his oldest brother has passed away. Both my grandparents are passed away. And then his oldest sister has passed away. So my dad and his 2 next older sisters are still alive. And they're 91 and 95. My dad's side of the family lives to be very, very, like, in good health, old. I think his brother died. My grandma died at 93. And she had she fell and hurt her hip. And then that was like they took her to the hospital and that complicated something else. She had weight issues. She wasn't super, super heavy, but like she had weight issues. My grandfather, my dad's dad, died of cardiac arrest. And that was a lot because of he wasn't like, well, first of all, so heart issues run on my dad's side of the family. And then he was heavy too. And he like ate a lot. I wouldn't say like, I guess I would. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I was like 5 when he passed away. I think it's one of the reasons why my dad has always been very concerned about his health and stuff like that. But I am close with my family to some degree. Like, my one cousin, who I probably haven't seen. So my dad used to have family reunions every summer where they would all come down. My dad hasn't done that. My dad is like, when I talk about my dad being private and stuff like that, like my dad and my stepmom, like, she does. My stepmom goes to stuff and she's a lot of stuff. Extra, like Pilates and stuff like that. My dad doesn't really leave a whole lot. He'll like go to the grocery store, he walks the dog down the street, stuff like that. My dad likes to read, he likes to be on his patio, overlook the lake, stuff like that. My dad could care less if he ever left his house again. I mean, that's just the truth. They stopped doing the reunions. When did my uncle pass away? I think they had one the year after my uncle passed away. I'm gonna go right by this picture, not even really looking for it. They had one like the year after my uncle passed away. I think it was on YouTube when my uncle passed away. Because I went to Fort Wayne for the funeral. Or the viewing. And then... So they used to be family reunions. I would see them a lot. Part of the problem is this. Is that, like, my oldest cousin that was, like, firstborn in the family is... Like, I think my dad was 18 when he was born. So I don't know, 85 minus 18. Like, some of my cousins are a lot older than me. I mean, I'm the youngest cousin. My next cousin up in age, I'm 53. She's like, I think she's 12 years older than me. So my cousins are a lot older than me. My aunt and uncle that I used to go visit that lived on the farm, my Aunt Janny, I text her and talk to her a lot. She's the one that had the issues with the kidneys, like, earlier this year. My cousin, her daughter, lives in Indianapolis. She's one of she's one of only 3 cousins of mine that live in Indianapolis. So I keep in touch with her. And she and I talk about going up to Fort Wayne to visit her a lot and stuff like that. She's like, I'll come, pick you up. We can make a day of it. We've been talking about that for like 2 years. It just never happens. She's very, very busy. She's like in sales and stuff like that. My mom also really kept in touch with that aunt as well. And my cousin loved her. And, she's probably like, even though Caroline's my only cousin on my mom's side, she's probably like my Caroline on my dad's side, and she lives here in town. And I talk to her quite a bit, and I see her sometimes and whatever. Her brother lives in Fort Wayne. I don't see him. I was never super, super close with him when I was growing up. I was with her. She would help take, like, if I went and stayed with them on the farm, she was always there. He wasn't. He was like in sports camps and stuff like that. The rest of my cousins live all over the country. Like, I have cousins, like, you guys... Like, I literally have, like, so many cousins, second and third cousins and stuff. I have cousins that I actually have outside of San Francisco. One of my cousins owns, like, 4 breweries. I know, it's crazy, right? And I can remember, like, when I was a kid, like, him wanting to, like, start a brewery. He was, like, one of the first people in the country. And now he's, like, it's like he does all these breweries out west and stuff like that. And then my dad's oldest sister right now that's still alive, all her kids live in Texas. And so she lives in Fort Wayne, but she goes to Texas quite a bit and visits them. That was the cousin that I saw online, was posting pictures the other day. And then I've had like 4 cousins that have passed away. Like I said, I have cousins that are a lot older than me. So a lot of them have like passed away from stuff. There's a lot going on. So, I mean, like if I saw them, sounds like he's breaking something down. If I saw them, like at a family reunion or something like that, sure, I'd be like, oh my God, it's so good to see you and stuff like that. We're like close on that level. I still get Christmas cards from some of them and stuff like that, but like, I never really was that close with them. So when I was, except for my aunt and uncles, yeah, but like, well, not really. My dad's oldest brother, I would say respectful. He was always really nice to me. I mean, stuff like that. Like, I mean, I saw him like at least once or twice a year when I was growing up. My dad and I, we would go to Fort Wayne when, like, after my parents got separated. So my dad's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. We would go up there to visit my grandma, like maybe once a month or something like that. Maybe once every other month. My dad hated Fort Wayne. Like, the one thing he said, like, if you ask my dad, like, what's the most successful thing you've ever done in your entire life? I mean, my dad went to law school. He went to medical school. I mean, like, he's done so much in his life. He would tell you the most successful thing he ever did was get out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. No, like, seriously, he would. He hated it. He hates Fort Wayne. So anyway, we would go up there because he felt like he needed to see his mom, but like, and then everybody would want to come over. My dad hates that. Like, everybody making a big deal out of stuff and Jell-O salads and let's have a picnic. My dad is not down with all that kind of stuff. He's like, let's get in and get out real quick, right? That's not my neighbor. That's someone down the street. What is going on? I'm confused. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, my aunt that I'm real close with that lives in Fort Wayne still, I would go up and stay with her like in the summer for like two or 3 weeks. It was while the tennis championships were going on in Indianapolis because my parents went to all the tennis stuff. It's now RCA, but back then it was the clay courts. And and so I would go up there. I stayed like, I used to think it was like 2 weeks. I think I stayed up there like 3 weeks on the farm and would do everything with them and stuff like that. It was, and I think my parents also thought it was good for me to be like on the farm, you know, in the summer and stuff like that. And I'm so thankful for those experiences. And oh my God, I had the time of my life. Like, my Aunt Janny took me everywhere. Like, those are some of my fondest memories in my entire life. So my Aunt Janny at the time, so she and my uncle, they ran a farm. She still lives on the farm up there. I think, like, my cousin runs the farm now because he lives like over. And so her mother-in-law, my aunt's mother-in-law, lived in the end of the street. Because I can remember I always thought this was cool as a kid. So she would, like, they all had pickup trucks and stuff. They had like gas tanks on the mother-in-law's property. So we would like go into their driveway and she would fill up her gas tank, like a gas station. I thought that was so cool. I didn't realize till I was the camera stopped. I didn't realize until I was older, and I had friends of mine that like grew up on farms, that was like a farm thing, that they had like gas tanks on their property. I didn't realize that. I think that's the coolest thing. But anyway, so they ran the farm and they did soy, steer, and sheep, I think. What would you call it on a farm? But anyway, yeah, they would shear the sheep because I can remember, yeah. It was a huge farm. I mean, it was like a massive farm. And then they built like a lake later out there on back. Oh, she ended up selling a lot of the property. I don't, like, whenever I talk to people about this, they're always like, even people from Fort Wayne are like, I don't know what you're talking about. So there's apparently some like country music venue in Fort Wayne that's like off the interstate. So their farmland went like, their house was like the next house. It was very true crimey, honestly, like where they lived. So their house was like, the next house was like 5 miles down the road. And then at the end of their street, if you turned left, was where her mother-in-law lived in this old like white farmhouse. So it was like, and I think my cousin now lives like on the opposite side in another farm. So if you looked out her back patio door, you'd probably go like, look like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 miles, maybe longer than that, I don't know. And then you'd see the interstate, I-69. Well, apparently on the other side of that now is a country music venue. I guess it's been up there for 5 or 10 years. I don't know. But they had been wanting to buy some of her land for years and years and years. And so finally she just like sold a lot. Like she didn't sell. My cousin told me, I think she sold like, I said, I thought she sold like a lot of it. She's like, oh no, she only sold like 1/50th of it or something like that. I think she made a killing off of it, my dad told me. He's like, and you would never know. She doesn't act any different now than she did before. I was like, what? But whenever I say that to people that are from Fort Wayne, they're like, I don't know what country music venue you're talking about. But anyway. But back then, it was just the interstate. It was scary. And I've told the story about the motorcycle guys before, right? Okay. So, I'll tell the story in a second. But, so my aunt, when I would go stay up there, it was always during, like, these festivals. Like, I can't remember what the festival is called. Every time I say it, somebody corrects me on here that's from Northern Indiana. It was like the Three Rivers Festival or the Four Rivers Festival or something like that. And it was, like, a fair, but it was also, like, they would, like, go up there to look at, like, farming equipment and stuff like that. Like, the John Deere co-op. Do you know what I'm talking about? And he's getting a lot of stuff done over there today. But it was like the big combines. The combines, I used to drive them with my uncle. I loved some of them that had music in them. Oh my God, they're probably so fancy today. But like back then, those John Deere combines, I was so excited when they were like, you know, anyway, he let me like sit on his lap and I'd like ride the combines with him. It was so cool. So anyway, baling hay, and they would do all that kind of stuff. So when I would go up there, they were always like off doing stuff. Like there was always like farm stuff that they were doing. I don't know. But anyway. And I can remember, so my aunt had a job where, I don't even know what it would be called. She stocked like non-perishables in grocery stores. She didn't work for the grocery store. She worked for like the company, I guess it would be like a distribution company. I almost kind of feel like, I'll have to ask her. Like, in retrospect, it was kind of like, you get paid per job kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Like, so she would have all these boxes, like these plastic boxes that, you know, you open in the trunk of her, like, oh, she did have a car. She didn't have a pickup truck. She had, like, this big, like, kind of like, the Buick Riviera kind of deals. Anyway, and it had, like, one of those seats that was all the way across. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway. God, cars look so different back in the day, didn't they? My grandma had those too, with a big like turn signal. Do you know what I'm talking about? You'd like go like this with the steering wheel. No, seriously, you would. But anyway, she would always go in late at night. So I can remember she'd be like, if you help me, we'll go to Arby's afterwards. Little did I know we always went to Arby's afterwards. We both loved Arby's. And so I would help her, and I loved it. And so we would stock, like, pens and pencils, notepads, and then, hey, how are you? And then we would stock, I thought that was somebody else, because she has this big, like, hat visor thing on her head. I thought it was the pickleball lady, but it's not her. And then she would do pantyhose. And I loved stocking the pantyhose, because she would, like, with pens and stuff, you had to take all the pins out, and then you put the new ones in the back, so the ones that people are buying are the ones. Does anybody like stock stuff that knows this? Like, I never would have thought of that. I mean, I always think of this every time I'm at the store now, that you want to get the one that's like, because it's the ones that are newest, or I mean, I know it's common sense, but anyway, we would do those like legs, eggs. Do you guys remember those, the pantyhose? And then we would like pull out the drawers and you would stack the pantyhose. Like, do people wear pantyhose anymore? I remember my mom used to wash them and like they'd be hanging in the shower and stuff like that. But anyway, we would do that, and we would always do it at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It was always late at night. And she listened to country music, and she loved that song. She'd always sing it to me. Why'd you turn my brown eyes blue? Because, is that Crystal Gale? I think so. Anyway, and then she'd always, my aunt has real short hair, and she had one of those roller brushes, and she'd always sing into the roller brush and then throw it in her purse. And then she'd always say to me, like, do you think that I could be a country singer? I'd be like, yes, Aunt Janie, you could be a country singer. She's like, you think so, just like Tina Tucker? And I'd be like, yes, Aunt Janie, just like Tina Tucker. So anyway, my mom loved her so much. So they all came to my mom's funeral, too. Like, the whole family, my dad's whole family came. That's one thing I'm really happy about, is that, like, they all stayed in touch with my mom. Like, they didn't, like, you know, my dad was real close with my Aunt Kathy and my Uncle Dave and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't like we did holidays and stuff together, but, like, they would always, like, send my mom Christmas cards, reach out if they knew something was going on with her. Like, my mom would always reach out, like, you know, she'd say, do you think it's appropriate for me to do this or whatever? And I'd say, yeah, Mom, whatever. You know, like, if somebody passed away, she'd, like, send flowers or whatever. But, you know, I don't know. Because my mom, like, they meant so much to my mom, you know, like, my dad's family. So, anyway, this one night, we went to Arby's. We'd always get roast beef sandwiches, potato cakes, and Jamocha shakes. Oh, this is taking me back. But anyway, which I always got after I went to the dentist, too. That was the rule that my dad had. Jamocha shakes after. Do they even have those anymore at Arby's? I heard they got rid of potato cakes. That is like a sin against God, okay? But anyway, those potato cakes, I haven't had those for years, but they're so good. But anyway, they just redid the Arby's right up the street from us. I haven't been to Arby's in forever. Arby's, I don't think, is really like where vegetarians go. But I have to tell you, I don't even know that I could eat one today. It sounds so gross when I'm saying it. This is so weird as a vegetarian. Like, it sounds so gross, but at the same time, like, I loved it so much back in the day. Do you know what I used to get? This is, like, literally, like, probably the year up to me being a vegetarian. And it would always remind me of my Aunt Janie. I would go to Arby's, and I would get, like, do you know how, like, they have the 3 sizes of the roast beef sandwich? I didn't mess with all that other stuff, okay? I didn't know what them fancy sandwiches were. I just wanted a regular roast beef sandwich on that bun that's, like, half soaking wet because it's, like, got the juices from the roast beef. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So I would get the one that was like the king size roast beef sandwich, but then I would get a medium sized one too. So I ate 2 roast beef sandwiches, 4 potato cakes, and a Jamocha shake. But this was the best. My Aunt Janie got me started on this, the horsey sauce. The horseradish sauce, but they call it horsey sauce. I was always so embarrassed. I'd be like, and can I have some horsey sauce? Oh my God, and the potato cakes with horsey sauce, so good. But I would just drench that sandwich in horsey sauce. Oh my God, why does that sound so good to me right now? A regular roast beef sandwich from Arby's. If you eat meat, you should go have one. They are so good. Probably not healthy for you, but I loved them so much. But anyway, I know somebody's gonna be like, well, you can buy vegetarian roast beef. It ain't gonna taste like Arby's, okay? It just isn't. Like, let's just be for real, okay? So anyway, somebody said I should try something at Trader Joe's. I swear to God, they were like, you should try this, somebody said in my video yesterday, I was talking about tofu. I love you for this, okay? She said, I love tofu. I'll eat it cold. I've eaten it for 20, I thought, God love you. Somebody needs to eat that tofu because they're making it for somebody. I can't do it. I cannot do that tofu. Teach me the trick. Please do it. Teach me the trick because I cannot do it, okay? Like, if I go anywhere and there's like, your option is this, and 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 this, that's vegetarian and tofu, I will never do the tofu. I won't, this disgusting. It's so gross. And if it's like in like some soup that I get or whatever, I get some vegetarian soup, I'm like picking out the tofu, like get it out of my, I can't stand, ugh, it's so gross. But I do know people that love tofu, I do. But I love that comment. I just love the honesty of everybody over here. Thank you so much. But anyway, so this one night we went to Arby's. I can remember I think we went inside. Do people eat in fast food restaurants anymore? I used to love to eat in fast food restaurants. My friend and I, every day after high school, our senior year, we went to Wendy's and we would get a double cheeseburger plain with mayonnaise, large fry, and a Frosty, and we would dip our fries in it. And then I loved to eat at McDonald's. Alex and I, when we first started dating, ate at Burger King a lot. I remember this one day, We used to go to this thing here. Oh, there she is. I was just talking about the pickleball lady. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. You look so warm.
Yeah, it's cold out.
I know it is.
It's gonna be warm though.
I know. I heard it's going to be like 50 and stuff.
That's great.
I'll be walking after you here in just a couple minutes. After I get done with this, I'm going to go for my walk. Oh, they're going for theirs, too.
Great.
Everybody's walking.
I know.
Enjoy it. My pool crew people are... Now, when they walk by, they do one lap. When they walk by, they're going to be smart asses. Watch. They're walking that way. She's going to be a smart ass. She's so sarcastic. I love her. That's the pickleball lady. She's best friends with the gardener across the street, and they were the ones that did this when I was second husband. Anyway, so nice. But do people eat in fast food restaurants? Oh, this one time, Alex and I, they used to have a thing here in town that we used to go to a lot on Sundays. Oh my God. I'm so glad. I've never been so glad when something ended. It was called Rehab. It was modeled after like the rehab that they have in Las Vegas. It was this pool party that they had at this Bella Vita restaurant. The pool was like this deep. And everybody just stand in it. And they had DJs and stuff. It was fun. Okay, but like, it was a lot of drinking. And I don't drink. And I got bored real quick. I just sat in Cabana the whole day. So anyway, all of our friends back. This is like the first year we dated. First 2 years. Maybe it was just that first summer that we did it. All of our friends would do that. But I remember this one day going home. We were so hungry for Burger King. And so we went inside to Burger King, and Alex got, was it a double or I think it was like a double. It couldn't have been a triple, but I think they used to have them. Double Whopper and cheese. I had never had a double Whopper with cheese before. I was like, it was so good. Why does fast food sound so good to me right now? Oh my God. Do you know how expensive it is to DoorDash? Like fast food from, I mean, it is like literally, it's fast. I don't get it that often at all. Oh my God, you guys know what I got last night for dinner? I have not had this in months. And I was like, so Alex went with his friend and her boyfriend ended up coming. It was so funny because last night he goes, I'm going now so I can be home by like 7 so we can watch like TV and stuff like that. And I said, okay, I thought he'll be home by like 8 or 8:30 or whatever, right? Literally, I'm like laying in bed. I'd taken a shower. The dogs were next to me. I had my fresh pajamas on, and I was like listening to my audiobook. And they all of a sudden like ran downstairs, and like because they hear like as soon as the garage door goes up. And I looked at my phone, and it was literally 7 o'clock. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe he is like literally on the dot. But anyway, so I was like, did you have anything to eat? And he's like, I had a slider and some fries. I was like, well, are you hungry? He's like, because I'm gonna get something to eat. He's like, no. I was like, he goes, just order whatever you want. And so I was like, I want to do something different, but not real different. I got piata last night. I have not had piata. Oh my God, that avocado wrap with no bacon in it. Oh, there is a Jesus. I forgot how good it was. I literally have not had piata, you guys. You have no idea. It's been so long. It was so good. But anyway, I gotta tell my, just in case, we're almost at that moment, but I have another battery in here. But anyway, my vlogs have been kind of long the last couple days. Y'all better be watching the whole vlog. I'm not just sitting out. Oh, this is why I was looking for the picture. This is my favorite Western shirt ever. Look, it has gold thread in it. Can you see? Do you see? This is my favorite Western shirt ever. Although if I wasn't on film, I probably would wear it. No, we don't want to show that. This is my favorite Western shirt ever. But I have pictures of this. That's why I was looking on the damn camera to begin with. Okay, so my aunt and I, we went to this. My friend just texted me. She was like, guess what I just got from Bazbo's Pizza? Oh, she got the Popeye. She's giving, look. Because we were talking about Popeye earlier. And she was like, love it. Hold on a second. We were talking about, Alex and I were talking about how I would get Bazbo's, but they don't deliver here. Like they have their own delivery system and they don't deliver here. Anyway, I wanted to find this picture. This is gonna take me all the way back. Oh Lord. There's this new book that I want to watch or read that I want to watch. It's called Sunny Side Down. And I saw it on the Facebook. It's a new cozy mystery series. And somebody said, there was like 2 comments, and somebody commented and said, quit pushing this book when it isn't even released yet. And I looked on Goodreads to save it. And it's 65,000. Oh, the battery just went to the halfway mark. It's like a real short book, but it doesn't even come out until May 26th. But it takes place in a small town, this diner. Okay. How am I going to get back to these pictures? I'm not. How did he teach? Oh, there, look, I did it. I did it. He is so smart. Well, all right, Carlitos. Okay. Here, let's go. Oh, Lord, now that's too much. How do we go back to how we wanted it before? Oh, is that how I had it before? Well, I don't even know, though. What's this shirt? That shirt's cute. I don't know if I have that shirt still. Okay. God, he was so smart. I'm going to let him know and be like, Carlitos, you are so smart. Okay. He knows it. Have I gone through these pictures already? Anyway, this is like one of my favorite pictures of me ever. We were at, okay, so it was at our front, it was at the Public Hotel in Chicago. You know what? I could probably look up that way, couldn't I? Oh, these pictures of PP, the flying chihuahua. Oh my God, you guys want to hear something so funny? That's not a good picture of me, but I just found that jean jacket in the basement. I was so excited about it. I was like, oh my God, that jean jacket, I forgot all about it. Okay. Look. Here's me and my dad and Alex at my dad's house. That was many moons ago. Where is this picture? Who is that? Is that Alex's mom? Who is that? It's not Alex's mom. God, where is this picture? Aww. I have this video of Carlitos. We showed it on Christmas. Of Carlitos. When is this from? He's 13 now. Let me look and see what the date was. Oh my God. And you know what I love about this kid? Is that he's not like embarrassed or something. Like he like watched it and he was like, oh, he's like, I forgot all about that. So he got picked to do the Pledge of Allegiance at his school when he was like in 3rd grade or something like that. And so he practiced it all for us. And so we all recorded it. And I had it on my phone and I found it. Where is it at? I just found, here it is. What year did he do it? 2019. So what would that have been? So he turned 13 in 2025. So it's been 6 years, right? So this was 6 years ago. He's 13 now, so he was 7 in this. It's so sweet. I can't find this picture. I'm so over it, but I love this shirt so much. I wonder if I look up Public Hotel, but it won't come up because I think I took a screenshot of it off of the Facebook. Y'all are dying to hear the rest of my story about my Aunt Janet, aren't you? But, like, you know what? I've told this story a million times on here before. So, okay, look, let's look up Public Hotel. Does it do that on here? Public Hotel. Hotel. No. I'll just keep on strolling through here while I'm looking at, well, do you want to see what I'm laughing at? Hold on.
I don't know her. I don't know her.
Okay, where is this picture? I want to know what this picture is. I love this picture of me. Okay. So my Aunt Janet and I, we had gone to Arby's after we had filled up. There are all these true crime documentaries that I want to watch, by the way. Oh, I've got something I'm going to share with you, too, in a second. Okay. Why can't I find this picture? I mean, I'm like so intrigued by some of these pictures on here. Okay. Anyway, my Aunt Jan and I, when we got done doing this grocery store, everybody always knew her too. They were like, hey, how are you? And she loved it. And she taught me everything. I love that. So we had so much fun. But anyway, we went to Arby's and then we went home. And my uncle and my cousin, that must have been, I think, the year that my cousin that lives here in Indianapolis, so she went to IU. Like one of the years that I went up there was like her first year there. So she went... She was like in band or something. I can't remember. She did dance or band or something like that at IU. So she went to, I mean, this would have been in the late 70s. So she went to IU early that year. And so my uncle and my cousin, other cousin, he's younger than her, were gone. And so it was just my aunt and I in the house for like 4 days. Well, or like a weekend or something. I think they were at like the Three Rivers Festival or whatever that festival is called. Every time I talk about it on here, there's one person that's like they're like, oh my God, the Three Rivers Festival or whatever it is. Anyway, so whoever you are, I love that you say that. Anyway, so we're going back to her house. Okay, so my aunt and uncle's house is literally like a gravel road, no houses, cornfields, okay? And then you get to their house and it's like long gravel driveway, okay? And the house sits in front and it's like this one-story house and this huge basement that was like bar and this whole basement was all done. It was really cool. But then in the back was where like the huge barn was and the silos. Oh my God, I used to be obsessed with those silos and stuff like that. And so that's where all that stuff was, right? And so it was just always very silent out there. Well, the driveway was real long. So nobody was driving down the street, okay? Well, we came up there and there were like 20 plus, like up near the house, motorcycle guys, like all parked, like by my aunt's house. And she told me like to get down. She's like, get down, get down. And I remember I got down the seat. She got like real scared. We ended up driving by there and this is before cell phones and stuff. We drove by there like 2 or 3 times or something like that. I think we ended up going and staying at my grandma's house. She was like terrified of it. To this day, well, I mean, half those people are not even alive anymore. My uncle's passed away and my grandma's passed away. They would always, my dad, oh my God, if I bring up, he's like, oh, those motorcycle guys that almost killed you and your Aunt Janny. I mean, to this day, like my cousin, she still thinks it's the biggest joke in the entire world. They all do. They're like, oh, those motorcycle people that you and your imagination, because they always said that she and I had like the biggest imagination. There were motorcycle people out there and they were going to try to kill us. No, they weren't. My aunt was so scared. She's like, no. She's like, we're not going back down there. We drove by it like 3 times. There's all these people that were parked in front of her house. She was terrified. I would have been too. Well, I was. I don't think I really understood it. What is this picture? This is my husband. Oh, he sent me a picture of some suit he has on. He was wearing something. I don't know what that picture's from. Where is that at? Oh, it's our bathroom. Oh, he must have been asking me what I thought about it or something like that. So anyway, that's the story of my aunt. I love her so much. But we used to have so much fun. So yeah, I'm close with some of them. I mean, it's like, well, as I get older, not as much. But, they were just so much older than me. You know, like, yeah. I mean, when I can remember, like, one of the reunions, like, one of my cousins said, and she looks pretty young. Well, the other thing is that, like, a lot of my... Listen, I already said, I knew when you walked by you were going to start being sassy because you're so sarcastic and rude to me. Even though you say you're going to come to the pool, but you never do because you're always at the lake. What's he walking up here for?
Peter, I just want to tell you.
If I had to stop this camera because you start...
We can't wait to get to the pool.
You can't wait to get to the pool?
Yes, but you're never there when we go.
Oh my God, that is such a lie!
What?
You're not ever at the pool.
No.
We're always there with our kids.
No. Well, the one day that you rented out the pool for like 30 people or whatever.
Well,
you need to control what's going on down there, okay?
Well, what do you do there?
No, I'm not pointing the pool. I'm talking about her family that lives down there now. And the caroling that occurred one night.
Did they come to your house?
No, I was kind of hurt that I guess they only picked like certain houses in the neighborhood.
Well, I don't know if you remember that night. It was like 2 degrees.
It was cold. But it was so cute. They were all walking down. And I asked like this dad that was behind. I was like, what? He's like, they're Girl Scouts or caroling or whatever.
Yes. Well, we'll put you on there next year.
I thought it was like a presidential compound or something because it was like all these black SUVs like coming down the street.
All these young people have black SUVs.
I know.
Well, he had a big solo stove out, fire. They were roasting marshmallows.
It was so cute. They were so excited.
Oh, I know. Well, we'll tell you.
Okay.
It's the first time it was kind of mishmash.
You were gone.
We were not even here.
I thought I saw your car come in the driveway that night. Oh, they must have parked in your driveway or something.
We had a Christmas concert on the south side
Oh, how was that?
with our grandkids.
Are you warm?
Yeah, I've got this blanket on from Costco. Are you warm? Why are you taking walks outside then?
Well,
I haven't been outside all day.
It's good seeing you guys. I miss you.
Well, we'll get
I always pay, you never look over here. I'm always looking to see what you're doing in your yard. I'm like, because I call you in my videos, pool crew lady number 2 and her husband. I'm like, well, here she is now. She's checking her mail, and he's always looking at the plants and watering the plants.
Not scratching my
No.
Well, and I always look when I go to bed at night to see Jim is watching TV. And they go to sleep a lot early.
You're nosy too.
Over this way.
Okay. Bye. Don't be so nosy. Did you hear? She said, when I go to bed at night, I always come outside to see if my neighbors across the street, if he's asleep. Because they have like this, it's not like a patio, it's like a room, but like it's all like closed off. It's not like a Three Seasons room, like it's like a room, but you can like, it's all windows. But it's like, it's kind of like this, but like from here up, it's just like window, 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 window. And so like, if they have the blinds open, like you can see into that. It's real cozy. Did you guys ever see the movie On Golden Pond? I just watched it again a couple years ago. Okay, you know that patio they have like out in front? It's like that, but if that was a room. That's what it reminds me of. And kind of like the porch that I had growing up. But anyway, but when you drive by, you can see it. And the couch is like, when you look in, you can see that there's a couch there, but like the TV will be on. When I walk by there at night and stuff, like they're in there because like she's sitting in her chair and she's like watching it, but like you can see that there's like the couches, but you know, so she's like, so she just said, she goes, I always go over there to see if he's asleep on the couch. Anyway, I love my neighborhood. Woo! Where are we at on time? Oh my Lord, I can't believe the batteries kept on going this long, my Lord. So should we talk about last night? So last night I did take a little bit of a walk. It was cold. I gotta get, so Alex is like talking about how he's going to get back into hot yoga. I've taken a couple days off from walking as heavy as I have. I feel fine today. I feel rested. I feel good. I'll be walking tonight, and then tomorrow I got to get back to my longer walks because they've been a little bit short because of the cold and stuff like that. I'm just not super excited to walk when it's this cold out there, but I am excited to listen to my audiobooks. So last night, oh, in my walk, I kept on listening to the James Patterson book. Then when I came back, I listened to more of it. I'm like, what did I do? Oh, then I took a shower, then I was listening to it. So I finished the James Patterson Deadly Cross one last night. It was about the vice president. His ex-wife is murdered with this guy, the principal of the school. This school that Alex Cross's kids go to has a lot of drama. And I don't know that I'd ever send my kids to that school. But anyway, I mean, since book one, since Along Came a Spider, that school's been having a lot of problems. I don't know that I'd ever send my kids to that school. But anyway, the books are just so repetitive. So then I started the next one, which is called, I'm not very far into it at all. Hold on a second. I almost was like, well, maybe I should just read one every other week so I can listen to books. I was like, no, you got to power through these books. Now I'm listening to Fear No Evil. So I've got, this one is like, I'm counting down. I've got 6 Alex Cross books left. So on here, I've got, 2 hours and 49 minutes left. I'm on chapter 7. I guess I'm further along than I thought I was. Why don't I remember what this book is about? Hold on a second. Title details. See if it reminds me. Caught in a web of assassins, Alex Cross enters the final battle with all well-known... Well, in the last one, John Sampson's wife, Billy, died. I'm not really sure why they did that. Why they killed her. Oh, this is where Alex and John are supposed to go on this, this trip to the wilderness. They're not on a job, but on a personal mission. I'm at the part where they get called in because something happens and they have to come in and postpone their trip. And they're going on the trip with the kids. I'm not even to that part yet. Has anybody read the book The Correspondent? Okay, can I just tell you something that pisses me off so bad? So you know I follow a lot of these bookstagrammers and stuff like that. I don't go over the book talk. I probably would. If I was going to go to TikTok, book talk would probably be one thing that I would go to. But anyway, my ears are getting a little cold, but I'm not going to probably vlog a whole lot longer, so I'm not going to put my hat on. But anyway, there's a couple bookstagrammers that... My nose is starting to run. There's a couple bookstagrammers that... So bookstagrammers are like Instagrammers that just talk about books. Some of them have like huge followings. And there's a couple that I really respect. Like every single thing they talk about, I get. Well, there's this one bookstagrammer and they have been pushing this book like all year for like the last 6 months. I mean, like, it's like every other story they do, like every other day, they'll put a story up about, this is the best book that I've read. I've never heard of this book before. Like, and every other post that they do is completely legit. Like, they do all these lists, and you should read these books, and they do all these, anyway. I've gotten so many suggestions from them, and I usually love their suggestions, but they have pushed this book so hard. This is like, I talk a lot about non-disclosure, you know? This is like a real-time example of how, like, it pisses me off. I ended up buying this book, okay? Because this person said they love it so much. And I was like, I'm going to buy the book. Like, I ended up buying it on Audible, which, whatever, I buy 1,000 books on Audible. But anyway, I bought this book. I haven't the camera stopped. I'm at an hour already. I haven't listened to it or anything. To be really honest with you, it doesn't look like anything that I would want to read. It doesn't look interesting to me whatsoever. And I'm like, okay, but like, they've never disclosed that this is an ad. They never disclosed that it was a sponsorship. They've just talked about how much they love this book. Now, I'll tell you, originally when I first started seeing them talk about it, I thought it was kind of weird. I was like, this is kind of weird to me. Like, that they're pushing this book that I've never heard of before, and they're pushing it heavily. Like once every 2 to 3 days, they would do like some whole thing about, oh my God, this is the best book I've read all year, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, explain to me why for 6 months they have pushed this book as the best book they've read for the year. Then they put out their top 10 book list, and it's not on there. What? You've pushed this book for 6 months. And you put out your top 10 books of 2025, and it's not on there. And I mean, I swear to God, once a week, they're talking about how this is the best book they've ever read. I was like, it really, to be honest with you, like I saw it last night, I was like rolling through, because I'm like trying to catch up with like top 10 lists for shows, and I'm like keeping lists of shows and stuff like that. I was like, this is where we've become like such a world of this that, like, I really trust this person's recommendations. Like, I'm not going to unfollow them because of this or anything like that. Like, I really trust their recommendations, but I was like, if you had put a sponsorship on there, or like, I'm sponsored to say this, like, for me, like, this is where, like, the dishonesty of it, I know this is, I should save this for a drama video, but people are so tired of me talking about it over here, but this, to be honest with you, like, I trust this person. Like, I really, this is like it in real time, okay? Like, I trust their recommendations. I cannot tell you how many books I have bought and ended up loving because this person's recommended them. If they had just put on there, like, sponsored or ad or paid placement, this is, the battery's flashing at me again. Hold on, please. I'll be back in, oh my God. My hand just got really, really cold. I'll be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. I'm not going to vlog for much longer because I just looked and it's 4:45, 4:46. And Alex and I, well, we were going to watch the Knives Out movie last night. And I got so tired. We watched RuPaul's Drag Race, and then we watched RuPaul's, which was an hour and a half. Then we watched RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked, which was a half an hour. So we watched 2 hours of shows. Then we watched something else. And I was like, he started watching the 4 seasons after that. He watched the entire season of the 4 seasons last night. He loved it. He was like, I can't wait till season 2 comes out. But anyway, I was like, I am so tired, I have to take a nap. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, this Bookstagrammer. Like, if they had just put on there, like, hashtag ad or sponsored or paid promotion, like, for me, I would have seen, like, I would have known immediately what that meant. Like, I know that people think that this is such a huge deal when I, like, make stuff. They're like, well, you would know. No, I really didn't. Because he doesn't do it for any of his other books. Like, he legit will get on there and be like, I love this book. Like, I read this book. Like, you can't really tell a difference. Unless he's getting sponsored by all the books. But the other books that he's talking about are books that, like... And then I started going through, and I was like, are all the Bookstagrammers like that? And I've heard a lot of people talk about Book Talk. It's very similar. Well, one of the things about Book Talk that's real interesting to me, and they never disclose, because people will send me Book Talks every once in a while, like, have you heard of this book? You should see this book. Okay, is that they'll hold up a book. Like, you almost kind of, like, you would have to know about, like, that world of, like, book reviews and publishing and stuff to even know this. But they'll, like, hold up a book, and they'll be like, oh my God, this is the best book that I've ever read. People have sent me this a couple times, different books, right? And they'll be like, this book, you have got to read this book. The last one that I did about this was this book that, because I couldn't figure out, I was like, was it released in the UK? Is it just not, it hadn't been released yet. You guys will probably, I probably talked about it over here. It was so bad. It was like where you read it and you solve the case, like, as you go. It was stupid. It was so bad. I didn't even get, like, 30 pages into the book. But anyway, a couple people had sent me the TikTok about it. They were like, this sounds like something that you would like. It did sound like something I liked. I got real excited about it, and I ordered it online and everything. What I couldn't figure out about it at first was, how she got the book. Okay, she didn't say in the TikTok that it was like from NetGalley, which is where a lot of reviewers do it. She didn't say that it was an ARC, an advanced reader's copy. But even ARCs look a little bit different usually if you get ARCs in the mail and stuff like that. Like they don't, like the cover doesn't, it will look similar, but you can tell the binding sometimes is different. It doesn't, like ARCs, advanced reader's copies, usually that a lot of people, like publishers, send out to like a lot of reviewers, now probably book talkers, bookstagrammers, things like that, teachers, bookstores, things like that. They look a little bit different sometimes. Like they're stamped a little bit different and stuff. This book was like the full-on thing. And I'm like, so are these people not, I mean, I've heard a lot about that on Bookstagram. Well, that does affect my pocket. Because when I am like reading books, and I buy a lot of books, and I buy a lot of Audible that I don't know. Like now, I'll just like, if I haven't like, I typically, like if somebody reviews a book now online and they say they love this book, I go over and I look at like on Audible, which I don't even listen to Audible as much as I used to. But I look at like the Goodreads trending books on Audible, the TikTok trending books over there. If they're not talking about it over there, like I'm like, I've never heard of this book. I'm not reading this book. Like unless it looks absolutely. If the reviews on Goodreads, I trust Goodreads, and it's hard because like most people put spoilers, like they'll say spoilers included or whatever. And what somebody thinks is a 1-star book, I might think is a 5-star book and vice versa. But I trust Goodreads reviews more than I trust a lot of reviewers' reviews. I don't know. I just was like, when I saw it, I was like, I trusted your reviews so much. Like, you couldn't even give it an honorable mention? I don't know. I just was like, so you've literally gotten paid to promote this book that nobody's ever heard of for 6 months? Like, how much did you get paid to promote it? Because I bought the book. Hell, I should get promoted for, you know what I mean? Like, I'll even disclose it. But anyway. So, has anybody read The Correspondent? The Correspondent, and I actually, did I buy it last night? No, because I don't have any credits left. But I do have $15 credit on my Audible. What did I buy? I pre-ordered something. Oh! That's why I used my last credit. I pre-ordered a credit offer for you. I know I already got that. You've earned $15 because I ordered so many damn books. I pre-ordered the Laura Dave book. So if you watched or if you read The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave, which they made into the TV show, which I think season 2 is coming out with Jennifer Garner. It was so good. The TV show was very similar to the book, but I would recommend reading the book first. Her sequel to that, I think she's coming out with the sequel because they're coming out with season 2 of it. It's coming out January 6th, so I pre-ordered that. But I ordered something else. I bought something else too. Hold on a second. Audiobooks. No, I've already talked about these. No, what's on my wish list? How do you get to your wish list? Profile. Do you know how to get to your wish list? Discover. Home. Where's my wish list? Where's my wish list? Okay, anyway, The Correspondent. Yeah, it's in my wish list. See, it says remove from wish list. It's in my wish list. Everybody's talking about this book. It sounds like a really boring book, but everybody's, I mean, it's like New York Times National Times bestseller, #1 national bestseller, Discover the World. Okay, one of the reasons why is because Ann Patchett, like, really pushed this book. This year's breakout novel no one saw coming. I cried more than once as I witnessed this brilliant woman come to understand herself more deeply. Longlisted for the Center for Fiction's first novel prize and the Andrew Carnegie Medal. I mean, it's huge. Filled with the knowledge that only comes from a life fully lived, The Correspondent is a gem of a novel about the power of finding solace in literature and connection with people we might never meet in person. It is about the hubris of youth and the wisdom of old age and the mistakes and acts of kindness that occur during a lifetime. Sybil Van Antwerp has throughout her life used letters to make sense of the world and her place in it. Most mornings around 10:30, Sybil sits down to write letters to her brother, to her best friend. I love this. To the president of the university. I feel like I've read this synopsis so many times trying to convince myself to read this book. Who will not allow her to audit a class she desperately wants to take. To Joan Didion and Larry McMurtry to tell them what she thinks of their latest books. And to one person to whom she writes often, yet never sends a letter. Sybil expects her world to go on as it always has, a mother, grandmother, wife, divorcee, distinguished lawyer. She has lived a very full life. But when letters from someone in her past force her to examine one of the most painful periods of her life, she realizes that the letters she has been writing over the years need to be read, and that she cannot move forward until she finds it in her heart to offer forgiveness. Sybil Van Antwerp's life of letters might be a very small thing, but she also might be one of the most memorable characters you will ever read. I think I might listen to that next of these James Patterson books. What does that remind me of? What's that book? It was one of the very first, like, when I started listening to Audible, I could go in here and look. It was about the girl whose sister died, and then she went to a different high school. She went to the high school that her sister went to, or went a different high school, and then the teacher transferred over to that school, and they had to write journal entries to famous people. Love Letters to the Dead by Ava DeLauria. Is that who wrote it? Oh my God. Have you guys, if you like young adult, this is one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. Love Letters. Did they ever make it into a movie? I always thought they would. Letters to the Dead. It kind of reminds me of that. Oh my God, this book was so good. Oh my God. Love Letters to the Dead by Ava DeLauria. Love Letters to the Dead by Ava DeLauria is a young adult novel about a teenage girl, Laurel, who grieves the recent death of her older sister, May, by writing letters to famous deceased people like Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, and Amy Winehouse for an English class assignment. Through these letters, she explores her own life, new friendships, first love, and the abuse she suffered, ultimately coming to terms with her sister's death and her own identity. The book is known for its unique epistolary format and its exploration of grief, love, and family. It was so good. One of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. Dream. When did I read it? Look, it's right here on Goodreads. Will it take me to my Goodreads review of it? Did I review it? Was I on Goodreads yet? We're going to find out here very shortly. Your rating, 5 stars, baby. When did I rate it? You finished this book on April 22nd of 2014, 11 years ago. I love the Goodreads. Okay, so last night, oh my God, I took such a great nap last night. Laid in bed with the dogs and read in my Kindle. Is my new favorite thing. I am reading, like, somebody said thank you for introducing me to apocalyptic books yesterday. Was it on the vlog or was it on my booktube video? I don't know, but you're very welcome. I'm obsessed. And it's all that's recommended to me now on Instagram and Facebook. It's just like one apocalyptic. I screenshot them all. I'm so obsessed with the apocalyptic books. But the one right now that I'm reading that I really like is called Wreckage Road. And it's about like an earthquake, a tsunami. The only thing is, I'm like 40 or 50 pages into it. I'm a very slow Kindle reader because I'm reading like 6 different Kindle books. So I like read a chapter, switch, read a chapter, switch, read a chapter, switch. I love the Kindle. Like, it's a very expensive buy for reading. I will say this, if you can afford it and you've been thinking about getting a Kindle, I'm not going to link it or anything like that. But if you can afford it and you love to read, the Kindle is so easy. I never thought I would love it the way that I did. I carry it with me everywhere, you guys. Like, I take it up to the bedroom. If I'm doing laundry, I bring it down to the laundry. Well, usually if I'm doing laundry, I listen to my audiobook. If I'm, like, folding laundry and stuff. But, like, I take it with me everywhere. Like, where did we go the other day and I forgot it? I was like, I wish I brought my Kindle with me. But anyway, I mean, I'm obsessed with this Kindle. I love it. Because it's like carrying, like, 10 books with you at the same time or 20. You know what I mean? But, like, anyway, I just love the Kindle so much. I'm slowly kind of learning things, though. Like, I just learned the other night how to have the percentage and how many minutes you have left in the chapter at the bottom of the page. I just figured that out the other day. Anyway, I love the Kindle so much. Plus, you can read it in the dark. I know, it's kind of corny, but, like, I love reading in the dark. I usually wear those things when I'm reading books. But last night, Nikki got BritBox, and she started watching Vera last night. She really likes it, but she doesn't really love her character. The thing is with Vera is she's kind of like, she doesn't allow herself to be, I think she's going to change over seasons, because I think Brenda Blethyn is such a fantastic actress, first of all. She's going through, she's going through grieving. She doesn't want to get close to people. I think that's going to change over time. I love the show Vera. I finished season 1 last night. I thought the 4th episode was the best episode. Nikki started it last night and she loved it too. Well, after I got done with the 4th episode, I was like, what should I watch next? So I was like, okay, whoa. I had 50 minutes left of the 3rd episode. So I still had to finish the 3rd episode. And then and that was 50 minutes. And then I had I read a little bit too. And then the 4th episode was an hour and a half. So then I finished all that. Alex and I earlier in the night, we watched RuPaul's Drag Race and we watched Untucked. I really like this season of RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, I really like the queens that are on it. There's a queen from Indianapolis, but I don't know if she lives here anymore. When I saw the cast announced and I saw that she was from Indianapolis, I've like heard of her before, but like, it's like when Blair St. Clair was on there. I just saw this thing the other day that Blair St. Clair, but it's not her drag name. It's like, anyway, is doing like Footlight musicals here. What musical is it that they're in? I just saw it the other day. Is it Hairspray? It's something like that. No. Let's look up Footlight musicals. I think it's Footlight musicals here in town. Musicals. Shows. I just saw this the other day on the Facebook. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Shrek Jr. No. The Prom. Maybe that's what it was. Newsies. Heather's, the musical. Yeah. About the show. Let's have the cast. Yeah, it says Drew Bryson, who is playing Heather McNamara, and that's Blair St. Clair. I believe the picture, I mean, they don't show the pictures on here, but on Facebook I saw the pictures. Let's look up and see. Drew Bryson. Why is it not coming up? Am I wrong about this? Yeah. Blair St. Clair, real name, Andrew Bryson. I didn't know they lived in Indianapolis, though, anymore. Maybe they're just here doing this. I've actually... Blair St. Clair's drag mother, I know from years and years and years and years ago. But I haven't even seen them in forever. So anyway, the one, Sierra Mist, is that the one that's from Indianapolis? Seems fun. Seemed a little bit more like Dragula to me than RuPaul's Drag Race, but whatever. I like the cast. There's a couple on there that I think like their attitudes are a little annoying, but I think there's like some really talented queens on there. So we watched RuPaul's Drag Race last night. We watched Untucked. We watched something else maybe. What else did we watch last night? I can't remember. And then I said I was going to take a nap. Alex started watching the 4 seasons. He finished the 4 seasons last night. He has watched, like, since he's been off, he's watched, like, literally, like, 6 or 7 TV series. The Gilded Age. I said to him today, what are you going to start today? Oh, we're going to watch the... Well, I'll ask him. I really want to watch the Knives Out movie. If I say the Frankenstein movie. I feel like I need to start watching these Oscar movies. The Oscar movies the nominations have not come out yet. But I've been reading a lot of the articles, and it's like a lot of the same things. So if I say to him, do you want to watch Frankenstein? He'll say, oh my God, yes. He wants to watch that so bad. And Alex is doing a cabin weekend. So there's going to be a lot of bachelor weekends coming up. So Alex has a cabin weekend, but they're only going down there for one night. So it's a cabin that we went to last year, but this year there's no husbands. It's just all girls. I think they're doing one night, maybe 2, but he said he'd be back real early. They're morning people. That is a trip I kind of like wish I was going on, but there's no husbands. And so the people that own the cabin, her husband was like, we were at dinner. He was like, if you guys want to come over here when they're, because it's like those 2 wives, Alex, and then there's like 2 or 3 other girls that are coming. He said, because he has to like, you know, he's watching the kids for the weekend, obviously, because she's going to be at the cabin. And he was like, if you guys want to, I think, and I don't think, yeah. He was like, if you guys want to come over here and like hang out at the house and like whatever. And the other husband was like, oh, I think I'm kind of busy that weekend. I was like, they live far away. They live like 45 minutes from here. I'm like, I'm not taking an Uber that far. But anyway, and then Alex has his friend's bachelorette party in Fort Lauderdale. And that is Well, I thought he was leaving on a Thursday. He told me today he was leaving on a Friday. And he gets back on a Sunday. Are they just going for 2 days? They must be. And then he has a work convention in February. We finally booked our Ultra Music tickets, I tell you that. We're trying to figure out if we're going to stay in Florida or where we're going to go afterwards. We haven't really figured that out yet. So, anyway. Okay, so last night, I tried to look through the direct messages to see. I thought the person had told me what their real name was at one time. They followed me forever. They've watched my videos forever. Their Instagram account is a dog account. So I know the dog account, but I don't want to say it in case they don't want it to be said on here. But they recommended to me this show called Departure. Okay, I had never heard of this show called Departure last night. I'd never heard of it before. You can watch it on Hulu, Prime. I'm watching it on Prime, and I think Peacock. It's on like 3 different things. I don't know when it came out. Hold on a second. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it kind of reminds me a little bit. So I'm only halfway through the 2nd episode. It kind of reminds me of a mix between like a better Manifest, which I loved Manifest anyway on Netflix. It was so cheesy, but I loved it. It kind of reminds me of a mix between like a better Manifest and like maybe a lower quality Hijack. So it's about this plane. The beginning of it reminds me a lot of Hijack. If you watch the first season of Hijack with Idris Elba, the 2nd season's coming out. It's about a train. If you have not watched the first season, first of all, I cannot watch these shows and not binge them. Like, oh my God. Alex and I were talking about The Pit, because I said, you really should start The Pit. He goes, are you going to watch it when it comes out? Like, Shetland just came out. I'm not waiting. I'm waiting the 6 weeks until Shetland's all out, because I want to binge watch the whole thing. The Pit is a show to binge watch. Like, I don't even understand how you could watch one episode of... It takes place hour after hour. I don't even know how you could watch it. I wait till the whole show's out. Unless it's like a reality show or something like that. But anyway. So... Whoever recommended this to me, I don't know your real name. I thought at one point you had told me like in a DM. So if you did, I apologize. But I went back and looked and I couldn't find it. But I messaged her and I was like, oh, thanks. Like, I'll add this to my list or I'll check it out or something like that, which is what I usually say. Well, I went right then and I looked into it. And I think I messaged her back and I was like, oh, thanks. This looks like something I would totally watch. Well, I started watching it last night. Oh, my God, it's so good. And now I'm like going to watch the whole, it's 3 seasons though. It's like 3 seasons, 6 episodes each. But I think I'm going to watch the whole first season, then maybe go back to Vera. But then I also I have all these shows on Netflix and stuff that I want to watch. And books to read. I don't have enough time. So anyway, the difficulties of my life. So anyway, I watched 1.5 episodes. So Departure is about this plane, and it's leaving the United States, New York, and coming to London, and it goes down over. It's like a transatlantic flight, and it goes down in the ocean. And there's like, oh, maybe I didn't start the 2nd episode. Was I at the very end of the 1st episode? I think I started the 2nd episode, then paused it because it was getting late. There was 1 survivor on the plane, and. So anyway, and then all the people are at the airport and they're trying to find out what's going on. And there's this woman, and she's like really smart with like figuring out like plane crashes and stuff like that. She's been in a bunch of other shows too. She was in Hijack, and she was in something else. So I looked her up last night. I love her as an actress. I think her name's Archie something. I looked her up last night. Anyway, she's fantastic. So whoever this was that recommended Departure to me, it is so good. 3 seasons. It's on Prime. I think Peacock. And like Hulu or something like that. But anyway, so I watched that last night. I finished the season of Vera. I'm loving Vera. So thank you to all of you that recommended Vera to me as well. And then, yeah, and then as soon as I get off here, and I'm going to upload my video, and then I'm going to render it, and I'm going to start uploading it, and I'm going to take my walk, and then when I come back, I'll take a shower, put my pajamas on, then Alex and I are probably going to watch, well, there's 3 movies we want to watch right now. I really want to watch the Knives Out movie or the Leonardo DiCaprio one. The Leonardo DiCaprio one's definitely going to be nominated for an Academy Award. Frankenstein, I think that Jacob Elordi is going to be nominated for an Academy Award as well. Alex really wants to watch Frankenstein. But I've been asking him to watch. We can watch Frankenstein one. We don't have a lot of shows together to watch right now. So, maybe this week we can watch Frankenstein. Maybe we can watch all 3 of them this week. We'll see. So anyway. But yeah, I kind of wish they would put out the Oscar nomination list, because it comes out like the 20th of January. I know that people are like, well, you can guess what they're going to be. You can, but there's going to be ones on there that I've never seen before. And there's like, I actually screenshot this thing. This is probably where I'm going to start. I screenshot this thing the other day that somebody put up. Here it is. This is from the Big Picture podcast. They guessed the best picture power rankings as of December 19th. Number 10 is Surratt. I never heard of it. Number 9, The Secret Agent. Number 8, Train Dreams. I've heard a lot about that. Number 7, Sentimental Value. I've heard a lot about that. Number 6 is Frankenstein. Heard a lot about that. 5, Marty Supreme. That's the Timothée Chalamet one. Heard a lot about that. Number 4, It Was Just an Accident. I think that's on Netflix. I don't know about that. Number 3, Hamnet. I have heard tons about that. They're saying it's going to sweep. Number 2, Sinners. They're saying it has a lot to do with the voting. That Sinners could absolutely sweep too. And I cannot believe, Alex doesn't want to see it. I really want to watch that. I might watch that tonight, actually. No, because whatever movie we watch tonight, I will cover for tomorrow. So I'll have to wait. And then One Battle After Another. That's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio that Alex and I both want to watch. So I've got that screen. I've got that. I've got a couple of those different ones saved where people are ranking the movies and stuff. So anyway, we're going to watch a movie tonight. And then he's got to go to work tomorrow. And, yeah, I've got videos to film. I've got videos to film on all my channels. It'll just kind of depend. Oh, you know what's weird is I was thinking about this last night. It's like, well, I was thinking today was Monday for some reason last night. And, like, I had just taken the dogs outside, and I was, like, thinking in my head, like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. I was like, oh, tomorrow's Sunday. Like, this has felt like the longest, like, I've taken... So I haven't filmed anything other than the vlog since... Gosh, when was it? Tuesday? Something like that? Was it Tuesday? The last time that I filmed something? So it's been almost like a week since I've like filmed really anything other than my vlog. And it's been nice, honestly. It's been kind of nice to just like do other stuff, but like, it's not like filming videos is real difficult. Time consuming sometimes, but not difficult. And I love to do it. But last night I got like so excited about it. I was like, okay, tomorrow, like I'm going to do this video, I'm going to do that video. I got so excited about filming it. And I was like, oh wait, tomorrow's Sunday. It's not Monday. But anyway, so, oh, what's she doing? She's taking a little present over there. That's my neighbor that lives over there, and she's taking some, oh, for their granddaughter, I bet. But I am really excited. Like, it's been nice to have a couple days off. You know, I said on here the other day, like, if we had gone to Mexico, oh, God, I wish. I wish we were sitting on the beach right now. What time is it? I'd be taking my nap. We don't go to dinner till, like, 8 or 9. It's 5 o'clock. We'd just be coming home back from the pool. I'd be taking my nap right now. Probably be vlogging, then taking my nap. Anyway, but if I, what was I going to say? Why can I think clearly right now? If we had gone to Mexico, I probably would have filmed a drama video every day and a vlog, and that'd just been it. So I didn't feel really bad, you know? I don't know. And maybe people were right. You know, maybe I wasn't getting sick. Maybe I just was like, she's so sweet. She's waving to me. Maybe I just was like, I think, you know, a lot of people were like, you did a lot the last 2, I did do a lot for me. You know, I don't really ever leave much, and it was a lot for me. So, although today we went to brunch. Oh my God, did you see on my Instagram? I had a waffle today for brunch. It was so delicious. I ate the entire thing. Hold on. I put it on my Instagram. And then we went to the pet store. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tomorrow, I'm doing a haul on my Peter Does Stuff channel, and I'm going to show... Well, I bought costumes before, but I bought Otis and Walter's very first clothes. It's nothing super fancy, but it's real cute. So I'm excited about that. But no, it's been kind of nice to have a couple days off other than just like, you know, vlogging and not like, you know, filming, doing this. When like, from the moment that I start to like the moment I stop, which is like 12 till like 9:30 at night, like it's not like I don't ever take a break in between there, but I do pretty much go like the whole time, like between like filming, sitting on the computer, looking up stuff, doing stuff, whatever. You know, I'll take the dogs out here and there or whatever, but I don't really like sit down, you know, unless like until then on those days that I film that much. You know what I mean? I mean, I would say from like the time that I finish my vlog till like 9:30 is easier because I'm just uploading stuff, which is usually like when I like, you know, will take my walk and stuff like that. But no, it's like I missed it though. It was crazy. Like last night I was like, I miss it. And then I was like, but do you want to film? You could film tomorrow. Alex wouldn't care. And I was like, but no, I miss it. But I know. I think I'll wait till Monday. It's been nice though. Like I think it's probably why my vlogs have been a little bit longer the last couple days because I really haven't been filming anything else. And I miss you guys. But so tomorrow, well, Sister Wives. Oh my God, I've got like 10 or 15 drama videos to do that I've been like not really outlining, but outlining a little bit. Peterism's video, BookTube video. I think I'm gonna do the Advent calendar review tomorrow. And then I got something to review. Oh, the dog haul from my Peter Does Stuff channel. And then whatever movie we watch tonight for the movie channel. So, and then of course I'll vlog. Of course I'm gonna vlog. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. By the way, this coffee today is Highlander grog. My waffle was delicious. Alex had turkey chili and Cuban. And he ate 2 bites of his Cuban and brought the rest of it home to eat tonight. So, anyway. Do you hear that plane up there? It's like a small plane. I'm terrified of small planes. Like, Alex always like, would you though go on a PJ? I'm like, no. Like a private jet. I have no desire. Like, there are some things that like people like would love to do. Like, I would go on a yacht, but it would have to be a pretty big yacht that a shark couldn't like push over. I would never go on a PJ. No, because I'm a singer, and a lot of singers have passed away on private jets. Patsy Cline, Charlotte. Did you ever see the end of the movie Sweet Dreams? Oh my God, how did they even know that's what she said? But I love them. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. No disrespect to Patsy Cline. I think she died in like 1945 or something like that, 1955. Anyway, I love Patsy Cline. But no, I am not going in a private jet. My husband he's like, oh my God, I would love to go in a private jet. Oh, look at that bird up there. Look at those birds. They're like red and blue and brown. They're so pretty. 2 of them just up there in the tree. Well, hi, honeys. They're just looking at the world. Do you guys want to see them? As soon as I put them up here, watch, they'll go away. Oh, you know what I can do? Oh, the one of them just flew away. Here, this is what we're going to do. Take a picture of it. You want to see it? The other one flew away. Effing bird. Effing bird. Okay, oh my God. I've only got like 35 seconds left. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Monday. We're going to have a great week. This is going to be a really good week. We're going to focus. Listen, honey. My goal for 2026, my main goal is focus on the positive. Last night I had to remind myself, it's a goal. You're not at perfection yet. Okay? You gotta work towards focus on the positive. Anyway, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. Hope you're getting relaxed, renewed, rejuvenated, and refreshed for the week ahead. We're going to have a great week. I love you guys. Hope you're having a great Sunday and a fantastic beginning to your week tomorrow on Monday. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.